A beautiful spring day for most, but not for the pregnant woman alone in Lakeshore Hospital. Her husband, a janitor at a local bank, had divorced her with a baby on the way. The year was 1930. Dr. Harry Bates, glasses on, balding, meticulous, delivered her baby boy without apparent complications. But as the exhausted mother rested, Dr. Bass frowned at what he saw. The child's right foot was completely backward, heel forward, toes facing back. How could he tell this heartbroken woman her perfect son was deformed? When she sensed his discomfort and he explained, she burst into tears. There is a procedure, he assured her. What he didn't say is that it required a specialized orthopedic surgery by experts not found within 100 miles of their tiny town. Whatever treatment this impoverished child received would fall to a family doctor with limited orthopedic experience. In just 2 weeks, this determined physician educated himself on infant orthopedic surgery. The procedure demanded precision, severing the pencil sized fibula and tibia, rotating the foot forward, all while preserving foot. Dr. Bass performed it perfectly. The boy would stand, perhaps, but never run. He might someday walk. The grateful mother in that shabby house on Madison Street compensated with love what the doctor might have lacked in expertise. The boy's foot grew strong. Stronger because he spent hours kicking a football onto his roof and catching it as it fell. A block away stood Columbia's high football field. Soon the boy was retrieving stray balls coming in from there, kicking him back over the fence with surprising accuracy years later. When he showed up for kicker tryouts, imagine the surprise of the team physician, Dr. Harry Bates. Himself, that backward foot would kick winning goals for the University of Arkansas and then for 10 years in the NFL with the Cardinals and the Giants. He led the league in 1959, hitting 20 of 29 field goals between seasons. He taught history, having earned his master's degree. Then that voice became one of the most recognized in all America. The malformed child from one parent household in Lake City grew up to become Pat Summerall. Pat Summerall wasn't just any sports broadcaster. He announced an unprecedented 16 Super Bowls, more than anyone else in the history. By his passing in 2013, Pat Summerall had become one of the most beloved figures in sports media. All because the small town doctor refused to accept limitations. And the young boy turned his disadvantage into his greatest strength. Wow! I mean, let that sink in for a while. A baby born with his foot facing backward, a small town doctor with no specialty training, and a mother abandoned and broke who dare to believe anyway, and somehow that child grows up to become not just a professional athlete but a legendary voice known in every living room in America. Let that sink in for a while. Wonders of wonder, isn't it? Let's pull out the gold for us to use in our life from the story today. First is you don't need to be ready. You just need to be willing. Dr. Harry Bates wasn't trained for infant orthopedic surgery. He wasn't qualified, but he didn't wait for permission. He prepared himself anyway. The best aren't always the most prepared. Remember that. They are the most committed to becoming prepared. Second, your circumstances don't get a vote on your potential. No father, no money, no specialist, a backward foot, the world would have bet against Pat Summerall. But Pat didn't let his circumstances call the shots. It's a legendary proof by itself. Where you start does not determine where you finish. Your success isn't limited by your resources, it's ignited by your resourcefulness. Third, obstacles are the hidden curriculum of greatness. Most people would assume he'll never walk, but because of the challenge, Pat Summer all kicked and kicked and kicked all throughout his life. Your limitation might just be your specialization. That injury might be shaping your superpower. That rejection might be redirecting your destiny. Don't resent the hard thing. Instead, master it. Have mastery over it. So take out your daily journal. Know and reflect on this. Where are you holding back because you feel unqualified? And what's one step that you can take this week to move forward anyway? What quote, unquote, limitation in your life could you train into a strength? Be specific. Flip the script. Who has made a Dr. Bates level difference in your life? Write their name down and then thank them today. Pat Summerall could have been just another sob story, but instead he became a success story, a legacy, a voice heard across generations, all because a small town doctor said yes when it mattered most. And a young boy kicked past his excuses. Now the question is, what's your backward foot and how will you use it to move forward? Share your answers with us in the comments below.